Hey yo there, what's up? It's Marcus with a new haircut and a new team. Back for another episode of Marcus on Top. Yeah, so let's get right into it. So the team, or rather this team of 6 was used by the 2014 World Champion Sejun Park in a show match that he had against Viera, the World Champion of last season of course. And yeah, they met in Tokyo for a show match. I'm not entirely sure what kind of competition thing or whatever that was. But yeah, they met there and Sejun brought those 6 to the battle. I will link the battle in the description below, but I'm not entirely sure if you will be able to watch it. I'm guessing you will need a NicoNico account, which is like the Japanese, like a very common Japanese streaming website, like, I don't know, Twitch is for the US and Europe. So yeah, you probably want to have an account for that anyway, if you want to try and follow the Japanese scene, but it's a little bit difficult to navigate there, but I will leave the link in the description nevertheless. So, of course I don't have the exact items and moves and whatnot that Sejun used, so yeah, I just saw the 6 he had in preview and thought that I wanted to try out a team like this anyway, so I felt like, I don't know, comparing like a regular Rayquaza Primal Kyogre team to what I've been using for the past couple of episodes, and we do meet player from Japan, Glaceon, 19 and 14 with a pretty standardish RayOgre team himself. So yeah, what I was trying to say is, in the last couple of episodes we've used the Choice Scarf Kyogre team, and I might go back to that eventually, but I felt like trying out what, yeah, like regular Kyogre or Primal Kyogre play will look like. So I've actually battled this guy before. I think it was in one of the latest videos I recorded with Wolfie. Not all of those are uploaded yet, but we played some more games with that Charizard Venusaur team. So in case you didn't check out the latest episode that came out just this Friday, then definitely do so. So I definitely want to have Weavile for this type of battle because, of course, with Ice Punch, it has, yeah, a pretty cool option against almost everything my opponent has. We also do carry Feint, which is what Sejun used, and we do have the Life Orb, so Weavile should be kind of nice. I could also see myself going with Crobat here, as, yeah, having the speed advantage would definitely be helpful, and with Quick Guard we could block moves coming out from his Thunderous, for example. So yeah, I kind of want to have Crobat, but then again, Ferrothorn also seems pretty nice. So one thing I could do is just lead with Weavile and Kyogre, and I think that's actually what I want to do here. And then we will have Rayquaza and Ferrothorn in the back. Togekiss could be nice, but since my opponent has like Kyogre, for example, and Ferrothorn and stuff like that, Kyogre can bypass Follow Me, and Ferrothorn with Jar Ball can just deal like a lot of damage, and I don't know, so we're not going with it. Also, the Thunderous and, yeah, like Landorus also, and Gengar. Yeah, Togekiss is probably not the best choice here, so we didn't go with that. So I'm leaving Weavile and Kyogre, and what this allows me is to potentially fire off one of those water spouts. At least that's what I was hoping for. But looks like my opponent had the similar idea here, also leading with his Kyogre next to a Gengar. So Weavile obviously outspeeding Gengar. We could just go for a knockoff there. And yeah, knock off any item, but I'm actually thinking this might be Mega Gengar. Not entirely sure though, but trying to remember whether my opponent brought the Gengar in the game I had against him. Or did he have Leopard? Maybe that was that game. Or maybe I'm misremembering stuff, but I think Wolfie and I beat him. So yeah, he's climbed pretty high on the ladder, 19 and something was his ranking. So as you can see, we do have Feint, so I could also just go ahead and Feint the Kyogre, predicting a potential Protect. But, yeah, you know what, that actually seems kinda likely. So I wanna go for the Feint and just the Water Spout, I guess? Predicting him to just Protect, or we could go for the Origin Pulse. Yeah, I kinda wanna, like, play it safe, so to speak, and go for the Water Spout so we cannot miss him. And it looks like he did not go for the Protect with his Gengar. But we correctly anticipated the Protect coming out from the Kyogre, so Feint will break that Protect. And let's see what his Gengar goes for. He just goes for an Icy Root. Okay, so he wants to have speed control here. Obviously lowering the speed of both my mons is pretty unfortunate for us. But since Icy Wind doesn't do a lot of damage to Kyogre, we will still fire off that Water Spout with relatively high base power, and that should bring Gengar down to like Sash, and also does some nice damage to his Kyogre. So he has the speed advantage now, but yeah, we can still like work with this position, I guess. So Rayquaza could be nice, as at like in Mega Form it will outspeed my opponent's Gengar, but I don't feel like going for like a Dragon Ascent just to take away that 1 HP of health. So maybe I could also just switch Weavile out into Ferrothorn and just go for like an Origin Pulse. However, my opponent could of course also predict that, going for like Sludge Bomb and Thunder into my Kyogre. But even if he did that, I don't know. I think, yeah, like bringing in Ferrothorn is probably a nice choice here. And even if my opponent takes out that Kyogre, then we can still, like, with Ferrothorn on the field, I don't know, we can still make something happen and, I don't know, bring back in Gengar, for example. But, yeah, he goes for the Sludge Bomb onto our Kyogre, which is kinda unfortunate, and also gets the Poison right here. But goes for the Urchin Pulse, so we should be able to take that with our Kyogre. And since we are actually rocking a set of Water Spout and Origin Pulse on this Kyogre, as he actually gets the crit here, and we do hit both Origin Pulse, that is also, like always, very satisfying and nice to see. Takes out that Gengar and does a little bit of chip damage onto the Kyogre. So even though we only hit his Primal Kyogre with only like a Feint, Water Spout and Origin Pulse, we still like brought it down to very low health. So my Kyogre will Feint next turn, like basically no matter what, but yeah, we can just protect Ferrothorn, I guess, depending on what comes in here, as it is his Rayquaza. So does he carry Overheat is a good question. But yeah, I guess even like if he goes for Origin Pulse and Dragon Ascent onto Ferrothorn, that should deal a lot of damage. So I'm guessing I will just protect my Ferrothorn right here. And I could try to make something work with Kyogre. Yeah, I don't know, Kyogre will probably just Feint no matter what. But I don't feel like switching in into anything, like into his Dragon Ascent, for example. I don't really have anything I can switch in there, so yeah, sacking off Kyogre seems like the play to make. But let's see what he goes for, if he reveals any moves on his Rayquaza, for example, or if he's like a setup variant, and he could also like potentially set up like, I don't know, Sword Dance or Dragon Dance or something like that. That would obviously be very devastating. But he just goes for the Dragon Ascent into Ferrothorn, okay, and just the Origin Pulse. So my opponent really playing with fire here a little bit, as, yeah, Origin Pulse's shaky accuracy could have really been problematic here. Also something to note, in case my opponent did not get the critical hit on the Origin Pulse earlier, as well as the Poison, then I think we would have been able to take another one of those Origin Pulses, so then he probably would have been forced to go for, yeah, Dragon Ascent onto our Kyogre with his Rayquaza. And that would have meant that our Ferrothorn could have got off an attack. So yeah, individually, like the Poison and the crit didn't seem like too bad, but added up, they made it so that his Origin Pulse, even outside of rain, could just KO us. But yeah, so tough choice right here, as both the Weavile and the Rayquaza could make quite a bit of sense in this position. Our Rayquaza is carrying Focus Sash, so that could definitely help here. Yeah, he could also just go for like the Extreme Speed onto a Weavile. So I'm guessing I'll switch into Rayquaza. We're not sure whether his like what this Rayquaza's item is. Like maybe he's like Choice Band, but pretty unlikely, I guess, probably. Yeah, like he's most likely Life Orb, as we already saw the Focus Sash on Gengar, so that is no option any longer. And I do think just going for the Gyro Ball could be nice here onto that Rayquaza. And then I kinda also just want to go for the Extreme Speed onto the Kyogre. But yeah, doubling up onto the Rayquaza could also be a play, expecting him to protect his Kyogre, fearing that Extreme Speed. But I don't want to take my chances here, and I'll just go for the Extreme Speed. There's also a slight chance that he wants to preserve his Kyogre to bring Rain out later on, but yeah, I don't think that is like too unlikely, so yeah, as he's also staying in. So let's see what will happen this turn. It's probably not the deciding turn, but yeah, what happens at this turn will definitely have a great impact on the outcome of the game. So he does not go for the protect here, and extreme speed will be enough to take out his primal RayOgre. So that is kind of neat. So he's down to his last 2 mons, no switching any longer. And he goes for the Dragon Ascent, nice. So no overheat coming out of nowhere or something like that. And let's see, who does he target? It is going to be the Ferrothorn, but we will be able to hang in there with just 12 HP left. And let's see what his item is. I'm guessing that would be Life Orb based off the damage. And yep, there it is. And now we will be able to fire off the Gyro Ball onto his lower defense, and that should do the trick here as his Rayquaza goes out. So yeah, we're in a pretty commanding lead position, and this turn basically went out just perfectly. His Kyogre not going for the protect or anything, and our Ferrothorn surviving the hit with just 12 HP and just hitting right back for the knockout. So his last mon will be his own Ferrothorn, but we do actually carry Overheat on this Rayquaza, as it is the same one that I also used in the Scarf team. So I could play it safe and go for the Dragon Ascent. Because what if we miss Overheat? However, I do have the Sash, so yeah, there's not really much of a point to not go for it, I guess. So we'll switch into Weavile, because why not? And then, because yeah, if we go for the Dragon Ascent and he will survive that and then hits us back with the Gyro Ball, then yeah, the same thing would just happen that happened to my opponent's Rayquaza, as Gyro Ball would then, depending on the weak spreads, I guess, pick up the KO. So therefore, my opponent does not want to see any more of this and just forfeits the game right there. So nice victory in the first episode of this. I keep saying that. Nice victory in the first game of this episode of Mark Us on Top. Hashtag TM. Yeah, I don't know why, but I keep mixing that up anyway. Like those I don't know, like those catchy phrases thing you use over and over. I'm not really good with them yet. Maybe I should try to like freestyle a little more. Anyway, so we got quite a few points from that battle. 20 something, I guess. And yeah, I played a couple of more games, by the way, as you could tell probably from my ranking going down a little bit, because I realized that if I don't play more games, then you would probably be able to like spoil the results for the next Markers on Top. No, sorry, for the next VGC with Wolfie episodes, as we like recorded a bunch of them. As Wolfie and I like both have like kind of busy schedules, and so whenever we like have a bunch of free time, then we just record like a bunch of videos. By the way, I really hope that by the time this video goes up, my friend Wolfie also reached the top cut in the Virginia regional. He's participating at the moment, so yeah, I hope this will help. Actually, let me check my phone, whether he sent me something. Oh, he's up versus T-Man, so yeah, I hope he won that round. Anyway, so we're up against yet another Rayquaza RayOgre team. What's going on with those lately? I'm not sure if the matchup against like the Big Six, how people like to call them, or like Tony's team, how I like to call it, is. But yeah, let's just see what we can do here. Weavile once again looks like a pretty neat choice, as it could like take out the Lando, damage the Amoonguss, and obviously feint all over the place. However, Talonflame is a little bit of a problem. So maybe I could also just go with that Crobat and match a potential Tailwind, prevent Spores or something like that. That could work. But we also want to have Ferrothorn in this type of matchup. So I'm thinking, actually let's just go with Kyogre once again and bring the same squad. I mean, it's a mirror match, and so like pretty similar matchup, even though my opponent has like some slight differences. For example, like he has Amoonguss over Ferrothorn, but that doesn't change too much. He has Talonflame over like Thundurus, and also no Gengar, but still, I mean, like in total, like Metagross is not really going to like make me switch up everything. But okay, so once again we do see dual Kyogre hitting the field turn 1, as my opponent this time has an Amoonguss to support it. So yeah, I think like having a Mon that can really support your Kyogre in those mirror matches is basically what can seal the deal from time to time. As we saw in the last episode, or not in the last episode, in the last game actually, yeah, just going for the Protect Icy Wind play turn 1 would have given my opponent, like if I didn't go for the feint, he would have been in a position where he had like full HP on his Kyogre. like 1 HP on Gengar, but it doesn't really matter, and then he could have just like, I don't know, probably he had Water Spout and Origin Pulse just like we do, but yeah, since we were able to hit that Water Spout and Feint, then yeah, like his HP were like a little bit lower, obviously. So once again, we do have to play the game. Does he Feint, does he Protect, or does he not Protect? We could just go for the Feint once again. I don't know, I kinda wanna go for it, but there's not too much we can really do with RayOgre. To Feint or not to Feint, that is really the question. Yeah, I'm guessing he would just double Protect here, but I don't know, this time I feel like just going for the Fake Out is probably what I want to do here. And there's the Protect onto the RayOgre. Let's see what Amoonguss will go for. Oh, no Protect actually, so yeah, a little bit lucky I would say here. But we are able to get off this full-powered Water Spout, and even something as bulky as Amoonguss should take a lot of damage by this one. Wow, there's actually a little bit more than I expected even. But my opponent will show off that Citrus Berry. And now he's back to like acceptable health. So at least he probably won't be KO'd by another Water Spout. Or, you know what, maybe he will be. Maybe he will be. So, we do have Weavile out, and we are Life Orb, Ice Punch. So a play I could just make is go for the Ice Punch onto the Amoonguss, and probably switch out our RayOgre into my Ferrothorn. Since maybe he wants to go for a Thunder, maybe he doesn't. But I could also just go for the Ice Punch and Water Spout anyway, and even if he goes for the Knockout onto the Weavile, then we would be able to just switch in our Ferrothorn. And if he goes for the Thunder on RayOgre, I should still like have Weavile on the field, and Water Spout should do a decent amount of damage to his RayOgre anyway. Especially if we manage to like knock out his Amoonguss first, which is what will happen right here, as he went for the Rage Powder and Ice Punch should take care of that. And now let's see, crit was useless. Now let's see if we are faster than his RayOgre. I didn't pay attention to who Primal Evolved first, I have to say. But it looks like we will go first here, and yeah, Water Spout, yeah, does some nice damage. Now let's see what he does. Also went for the Water Spout. Okay, so switching into Ferrothorn probably would have been a mistake here, but we were actually able to hang in there with just 8 HP, and our RayOgre doesn't really mind taking that Water Spout from the 55% RayOgre. So he sends out his Talonflame, and the question is, does he want to go for like the Brave Bird on my Weavile? I would guess not, you know? Because we couldn't just go, like we could just Feint, for example, to get off some nice like last hit damage, but since we are Life Orb, we would actually just Feint to Life Orb recall, and then if he went for Brave Bird, it would hit right into our RayOgre. So I'm guessing I would just knock off his Talonflame instead, and go for the Origin Pulse. So no matter what he does, he should take some damage here. Maybe Water Spout could have been safer, but he actually just sets up the Tailwind, okay. So my opponent really wants to go for that speed advantage here, but Knockoff should take care of that Talonflame as it does. Thanks to the Life Orb boost we have. Let's see what he had. Had the Sky Plate, okay. So our Weavile goes down, Talonflame goes down after setting up the Tailwind, and Water Spout probably would have been the cleverer choice here, but I went for the Origin Pulse. Luckily we are hitting, and that'll do a lot once again. Yeah, Water Spout probably wouldn't have picked up the KO, but as we're actually avoiding my opponent's Origin Pulse. A little bit unfortunate here, but he also shows the moveset of Origin Pulse and Water Spout, which is, I don't know, it's so weird that you like forgo a move like Thunder that is just so nice in the mirror and helps you hit like flying stuff and so on. But Origin Pulse's shaky accuracy is just so unreliable as your main stab attack, so you really want to have yeah, that option to also go for the Water Spout, and it's like more powerful if you're max HP anyway. So he will probably just have Rayquaza in the back, and I'm just thinking about what is the cleverest way to play this. I think going into Rayquaza, maybe? As, yeah, Extreme Speed obviously threatening the KO in his RayOgre. And since we're pretty sure that he does not have Thunder but Ice Beam, our RayOgre should, yeah, still be free to stick around here. And I should be able to just go for the Extreme Speed and Ice Beam on his Rayquaza. And even if he, like, protects his RayOgre right there, we should still be fine. But then again, I could also just double protect to scout out what he does and stall out a turn of Tailwind. Yeah, I think we should have won this no matter what. So maybe attacking is the cleverer play, let me think. If we go extreme speed and he protects and hits us, and then we will hit him. Yeah. But I think he will just protect. So yeah, let's just double protect to scout out for his move. Yeah, I don't know. Like, even if he just attacks and then protects next turn, I think we should have this game in the bag no matter what. But maybe something like Substitute could definitely, yeah, like, be a little bit problematic. But both Rayquazas will go for the Mega Evolution here. And so Delta Stream will be active, obviously. But yeah, even like our Ferrothorn in the back should be able to take care of his Rayquaza. And yeah, he goes for the Protect to like avoid being hit by Extreme Speed, but yeah, our double Protect will make it so that if he wants to dodge that Extreme Speed, then he has to go for the double Protect next turn. So yeah, yeah, interesting picture. Yeah, the start of VGC 16 was really like all of those Xerneas Growl mirrors. Now, if you're playing Rayquaza and Kyogre, I think you actually have to fear to play a lot of those mirrors as well. However, at least in my opinion, Rayquaza Kyogre mirrors are a little bit more enjoyable than Xerneas Groudon. Because even though it's like speed ties sometimes, I mean, like Kyogre doesn't one-hit KO Kyogre, for example, that is like the main thing. And Rayquaza doesn't KO Kyogre, so you can at least like plan out your games a little bit. And also, yeah, Rayquaza doesn't KO Rayquaza. But yeah, this Dragon Ascent actually just takes out our Kyogre. So yeah, guessing he's like Life Orb probably. Yeah, so he's Life Orb, but yeah, as we are Focus Sash, we just have this game 1 guaranteed. But on top of everything, we also do have a Ferrothorn in the back. And so yeah, let's just Dragon Ascent and Jar Ball for the victory. So once again, just running into those RayOgre teams. As he reveals the Draco as his last coverage move, but yeah, we're Sash, so everything is good. But yeah, once again, 2 more games with RayOgre against each other. I'm hoping you're not sick of this. Maybe I should go back to like the Big 6 team, but I think there's been like too much stuff going on about that team anyway, and like everybody's using it, or like a lot of people are using it, and I don't know, I think it's a little bit boring to just feature that team, and I don't know, I want to get some diversity into the mind of people, and yeah, so I'm using like other stuff at the moment. So yeah, thanks to Sejun for building this team, even though I didn't exactly use the team and so on. But once again, I will link the battle on NicoNico, so if you have an account, you can check that out there. Also, let's check our phone, or my phone. Did Wolfie say something? Ooh, he lost. Ooh, that's bad. Okay, sorry for him. But yes, anyway. So that's it for today's episode. And we'll see you soon. Probably not tomorrow, as I do have my last exam for this semester on Wednesday. But after that, I will have like a ton of content coming up. Also, by the way, thanks a lot for the support on the question and answers video. If you didn't see that yet, then also check it out. Link will be in the description. And comment of the day coming out from Jesse Letzma. I hate Ditto and Smirgle users. Don't care if you're Wolfie. That is like a good statement to close off this episode. So, thanks for watching. See you soon, and bye.